wide area here. With the cohort that's probably coming in to be trainers in this project, there've probably been 30 years, 20 years or something since they've even been in the classroom. And if they did, it might have only just been on the job training. They're coming into a classroom and it's very foreign to them. They don't necessarily know what they're going to expect. So I think you've got to ease them into it, but not frighten them. You know, I've seen sometimes where people will, they're getting ready to act up, to put a front on, to get out of it. So you've got to avoid that, letting that happen, and make sure they don't. I think it's the first 5 minutes of a classroom session with us, with me, it's let's go outside and have a smoke and a talk about a cup of coffee and just get to know each other without bringing up anything related to the course, and just trying to get them in their comfort zone. If you can get them in their happy place, they'll tolerate you, I suppose. But most of the people want to do the training. So, but then you start talking TAE, well, that's starting to get outside their comfort zone. So you'll have your work cut out keeping them happy, I think. Because this is where you get caught. If you don't sign that, why is he 4 metres away from that saw? Yeah. Because you've got to have your earmuffs on for that. The beauty of working for TAFE is we have support people there for numeracy and literacy and all that sort of thing. So we can bring people in. A lot of the times though, you might go to a very remote place, Northern Territory and stuff like that, where the trainer will probably do the support work because they can do most of it. But a lot of the time the company will identify it as well, and that'll be in prior conversations leading up to the training. So if there could be an issue there with, say, numeracy and literacy or something like that, the company will often bring someone in just to support until we get into the field, just the classroom theory. The classroom theory is where everyone gets a bit grippy, you know, but once you get them out in the bush, they're right, you know. Yeah, with relevancy to training, you've got to keep it relevant. So if you're teaching them about stuff that's not relevant, they're wasting their money. They should go and do another course, you know. You've got to target the course structure to the course. If they're, you know, someone's paying them to be there, there's someone spending a lot of money for this to make it happen and make it work. So there's got to be a lot of relevance of what's getting taught. And you can't, in my courses, when we do OH&S environmental care, it's a 1-day course. And you get some industry people, like I've had hundreds of industry people come through the door, and they've all got massive experience of industry. Well, you start letting them run off of their war stories, and there'll be sawdust on the floor 3 inches thick, and you'll be still there at 5 o'clock listening because you haven't got through what you were supposed to do. So you've got to lay your course out, make sure you get it all done, and have a good interaction, but control the interaction to the point where they don't start running off in tangents. We get a lot of requests for a lot of things. I've trained in 4 countries around the world, you know, so we do a lot of stuff, and different languages and all that sort of thing. So we have to prepare stuff in a foreign language and have interpreters. We've done all those sorts of things. But you just got to customise to suit what they want. If it's a chainsaw course or a machine course, the main thing is the venue where the training is to the industry standard. At the end of the day, that's all that really matters, that you meet that compliance there. And if someone wants us to go to them or their venue for a course, more than happy, but we will check the venue out first. We won't just take their word that, oh yeah, we've got a heap of logs to cut up, and you know, there's not a heap of logs to cut up or something. It's got to meet the compression cutting techniques that we want to train, so the venue has to suit for the training. With the industry, it's usually no worries, but there's other councils and stuff sometimes have their perception of cutting a log and our perception of cutting a log is just 2 different things. If it's a pretty straightforward course, we'll just go through it, but if it's a tree falling course, I'll do a one-on-one interview with the person or the company and find out exactly what they've got. And I've done plenty of interviews where I've agreed, yeah, we'll go to Ballarat, we'll do this, we'll do that. I want you to send me a photo and tell me, because I want 20 trees a day, at least to fall, just in the training. Oh, you need 20 trees? Yeah, no, we need a day, 20 trees a day. We need 5 or 6 trees for the assessment afterwards, each person. So, you know, if you go away for a week, you could knock over 100 trees. Now, their perception of that is, oh, I didn't realise you had that much. But if you come out to the road line, where we're doing the road line that has a tree removal, that's what you're going to see. So keeping it real is basically what you've got to do.
Things to keep in mind. Learners will often be new to training. Ease them into the training. Build rapport. Help learners to get comfortable. Provide support. Keep it relevant and on track. Customize to suit client.